So after the success of the Aquaman Jason Momoa repaint, I thought I'd have a go at Superman. This was a figure I got back when Batman vs Superman came out, and it was before I sort of started painting the figure, so all I've sort of did little bits, like touched up little bits on this rather than repaint it, so it still looks quite toy-like, and I'm not sure whether it's a good likeness of Henry Cavill or not, but I'm going to give it a total repaint on the face and flesh just to see if it is a good likeness. So I'm going to do our usual base coat of Cadian flesh tone and light flesh, which is it's just there, and light flesh. So we're going to give that a coat now. There we go, so I'm going to let that dry, give it another couple of coats, and then we can come back for some shading. Okay, so I've given a couple of more coats. You can already see it's a better likeness than it was when it was just plastic. So what I'm going to do now is use some flesh shade, a good old standby flesh shade, and I'm just going to run that into some areas on the face. There we go, so we'll just let that dry. Okay, so that's dry, so we're going to start a little bit of dry brushing. So all I'm going to do first is to tone this down, is a slightly lightened version of the flesh. That's just sort of to blend it in a little bit, and then dry brushed on. So now I'm going to use an even lighter shade of it just to highlight. And then what I'm going to do is mix a little bit of red with the flesh colour just to make a lip tone. And you don't want it too red, because otherwise it will look a bit like lipstick. I have to reshape this eye because I don't know if you can see, I've gone over a little bit. There was something on the brush. Like I said on my last video, it's sometimes easier to do this eye, to paint, to turn it upside down. Get the brush in. And then while that's drying, I'm going to give the hair a coat of black, because Superman generally has very black hair. just going to paint the top off camera because I can't stand him up and put him under the camera. There we go. Very good, so I'll just paint the top of his head. So I'm going to give the eyes another coat of white, and then we can come back and paint the eyeballs. Okay, so his eyes are dry. I'm just going to paint his eyeballs in, and Henry Cavill has got greeny blue eyes, so I'm going to mix wag flesh with my craggy blue. And then while that's drying, I'm gonna use some red just to touch up the cape, but I don't know, you can see it's not a great match, so I'm going to do a slightly brighter red. So all I'm going to do is finish painting that in red, let the eyes dry, then we can come back and do the pupils. Okay, so the paint is now dry, so we're going to do his pupils and some detailing on the eye. I'm also going to do a line above the eye. Just going to use a bit more flesh wash to define the mouth a little bit more. It's been covered up by the lip colour. Okay, we'll let that dry and then we'll do a bit of final dry brushing. Okay, so that's dry, so we're going to dry brush some white detail on, but first I want to put just a little white dot in each eye. Okay. And then I'm just going to use some white, very lightly dry brushed on the face and the hair, just to bring out a little bit of detail. I better give him some eyebrows as well, haven't I? That's why he's looking a bit weird. You don't want to go too mad on the hair, because he has got jet black hair. I don't know whether it's his own hair or whether they augmented it with a bit of dye. There we go. So I need to put some eyebrows on him, which I totally forgot. So I'm just going to use black with a little bit of brown mixed in. And there we go. So it's not a bad likeness of Henry Cavill. Certainly better than the plastic suggests. I don't think it's quite as good as Aquaman, who I'll bring over. I don't think it's quite as good a likeness, but then it was a much earlier figure, but it looks pretty good. It's certainly better than it was, and I'm happy with that. I might do a little bit of dry brushing on the suit, but I think that there's a lot of nice detail, but I think it might look a bit weird dry brushed. It might make it a dirty look. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching that. I've still got a Wonder Woman figure to do in the Justice League range, which I hopefully will get around to. But yeah, please like and subscribe if you want to see more of these. I've got some other painting videos and some other things on my channel. All subscribers gratefully received. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks then. Bye.